Hello, I haven't seen you for a little bit, have I? But yes, it's all been a bit busy here. But I've come back for a little bit of a paddle this morning. I'm down near the old Walkley's Clogs mill, which is behind me here, probably about half a mile outside of Hebden Bridge. And you may remember that I actually started a trip from here going into Hebden Bridge through the tunnel a few weeks ago, or a couple of months ago in fact now. But today we're going to start in exactly the same place, but we're going to go the other way towards Sowerby Bridge. And it's crispy and sunny, and so it's also a little bit cold, but it'll be very beautiful out there on the Rochdale Canal. So let's go and have a look, shall we? And this is the first lock. So I thought I'd show you this little bit here and make a little stop. This is by Mythenroyd Cricket Club, and the reason I'm pointing this out to you is because it's next to a place called Brearley Fields as well, and it's a really good place to put in if you're coming from Halifax or Leeds side and don't want to sort of endure the hell of the Mythenroyd traffic lights and the extra time that'll put on going through that. This is a great spot to put in. There's loads of parking, it's all free, and it's actually quite a sort of like quite a low curb to drop in, quite a low bank to drop in. So we've got another lock coming up in a moment. This is rather nice around here. This is Brearley. We used to live here a few years ago. Very nice, with there's lots of woods over the other side there too. Got some very lackadaisical spelling here. That's the correct one. And then they've even put that next to it, which seems a bit strange, but there you go. So one of the things about this lock that we've just come through, Brearley Upper Lock, is that it's actually very close to this other one down there. And so it's, what are we looking at? Maybe 200 metres? Barely worth the paddle. It's a bit like in the upper reaches of when you're going over the tops of the hills here in the Pennines. But the one after that goes on for ages before there's another lock. So this is the second lock here, and it's called the Edward Kilner lock. And you see why the two are quite close together when you look this side and see the drop, which is quite substantial. So, but I think that's it for big drops and locks for a bit. I think the next bit, if I'm not mistaken, is actually quite a few miles before we get another lock. So this is Luddenden Foot, and these are ducks. But they're not quite sure what to make of me. And this is quite a nice little place. It's only small, and it's Luddenden Foot is the foot of the village of Luddenden, which has won all sorts of awards for being pretty with flowers and stuff like that. So this area used to be full of sort of mills and was a thriving sort of part of the textile industry. And in fact here, that's Springfield Mills, and it's just reached another little, about to start a new chapter or ending a new chapter, or an old chapter, depending upon how you want to look at it. Because for the past quite large number of years, it's been a camping supplies shop because of all the space, they've had loads of room to put up all the different tents, and it's been pretty busy and pretty cool. But now, because of the internet, people are less interested in coming to actual physical retail spaces like this, things like that. And particularly if, as is the case here, parking's not ideal because it's next to a busy road and it's quite hard to pull out and everything. And so they've just closed, literally a few days ago. And the business is still going, but it's just all online now. So what is next for this place? Who knows? Look at these old things. And this is another place that you could put in if you wanted to. It's called Tenterfields. And there's a bit of parking here as well, which is free. And this is just in between Luddenden Foot and Sowerby Bridge. So much quieter down at this part here. Now this is we're a bit away from the main road now, so you can really notice it. So this is like near Sowerby Bridge, really, near the Puzzle, and just come through that tunnel. Well, it's hardly a tunnel, really, is it? It's just a bridge, but it's all part of the fun. So that building there that you can just see poking through the trees there, that's called the Puzzle Inn, or Puzzle Hall rather, should I say. I don't know why it's called a hall, because it's tiny, but it's one of the, it was originally one of the main sort of folk music venues in this area. This is Sowerby Bridge we're in now, and it's been going for a very long time. There's been all sorts of illustrious acts, but as you can see, the chimney's a bit crooked and it's missing a bit of roof, but they are trying to save it. So if you're interested in what's going on there and want to save it, or just want to find out what's occurring, just go to puzzlehall.org.uk and you can see some of the history, and maybe chip in a few quid, buy yourself a bit of pub. So yeah, they don't really know what's going on here, the poor geese. They're a bit more afraid of me than they are of the cyclists and the people and the people on the side of the road. But we're just about here now. This is Sowerby Bridge, and yeah, I'll just show you this mill here. That's another one of these old mills that has just found new life. There's a gym in there and all sorts. Hello geese, you're not quite sure what to do, are you? So at this point we're going to actually turn around and head back towards Hebden Bridge, and the reason is that these locks here go straight down to a tunnel underneath the road junction. And it's quite a long tunnel, it's got a bend in it and everything like that, and paddleboards and kayaks and stuff are not allowed, quite sensibly, to go through it. because we might get squashed by a narrow boat coming the other way. Even though we've not seen any narrow boats, but them's the rules, and it seems that's fair enough. And it's a good opportunity to turn around and head back to Hebden Bridge. So of course, if you're coming through here in the autumn, you do need to be a little bit careful of sticks, big ones as well, like that one over there, that can just catch on your fin and suddenly stop you, quite possibly tipping you forward. Well, not even necessarily stop you, but sort of cause you to slow down quickly. Yeah, you're not sure if I'm a big goose, are you? So you can't just paddle and paddle and paddle without having a little break every now and again. So I just stopped for a bit of water and an apple. Good stuff. In case you're curious about these things, for breakfast I had porridge cooked with almond milk, half a banana, and about 4 or 5 walnuts in there, and about a teaspoon of chia seeds for extra protein. You might not care, but you might. So there you go. There's a few geese up there. Wonder how they're going to take to me coming along. So they're being a bit cautious, but they're not flying away yet. There's a few Canada geese colonies actually here, and some proper geese, of course, as you can hear. But the Canada geese are all over the place on this valley. So we're back to the double lock here at Brearley. Not far to go actually now until we're home. This is quite a nice little spot to have a little break and have a sit down on one of the lock arms and enjoy the colours of autumn. It's rather a lovely spot, I think it's fair to say. In fact, the whole route, especially at this time of year and in spring, because of and in summer and in winter, but particularly in autumn and spring, because of all the tree cover. It's quite stunning, really. It's quite a privilege to be out here. So you should try it. So that's this is the last of the locks, almost back where we came from, only another few hundred yards, and we've just hit 9.1 miles. Just the 9 mile thing was a few minutes ago. So, and I'll give you all the stats at the end, but we're nearly there. So here we are back at the Walkley's Clogs building that you can see behind me, next to the A646, the Burnley Road, just outside Hebden Bridge. And that was 9.3 miles and 4 hours 40 minutes. Taking it nice and steady, stopping to chat with loads of people and take photographs and just generally go easy, but it's still quite fun. I think it's just time I went for a pizza and a beer. What do you reckon? If you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give it a like as well, please, if you can. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one.